What's up, guys? Hey, thanks for hanging out with me and Jeff again. Beautiful, well, kind of an overcast morning here in Moraga, California. Jeff, you're 3 hours later there in Pontiac, Michigan, looking outside. Looks all right. Looks okay there.
It's all right. We got a little mix, a little haze, a little blue, little clouds. Last night, though, I want to say around 5:30-ish, 6.
The big kaboomski.
Holy smokes.
Drama in the Midwest.
It was coming down in sheets.
Wow.
And I am like racing outside doing the full body tackle on the umbrellas from the deck, right? As they were, so it took less than 15 seconds for me to be soaked to the bone. And I get up, like, oh crap. Okay, who cares?
Love it.
Let's get this done. So it was just, but the day we had spectacular grass court tennis all day. It was wonderful. And then in the evening, it just kind of snuck up on me and went, holy smokes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, that's cool.
Anyway.
Cool. Well, listen, guys, thanks for hanging out with us again today. Another episode of the Gold Ball Hunting Podcast. We're going to answer, I think Jeff's got something on his mind. Before we get there, just a quick reminder that Jeff and I are continuing to offer a free private 2-on-1. Me and Jeff and you, three of us. We get on a conference call. Again, it's private. It's not recorded. It's not blasted out to the entire interwebs out there. It's just the three of us, and it's only 10 minutes. But what we're asking you is bring that one thing in your game right now, the coaching call, that you feel could be holding you back from getting the result you want match after match after match. And could be swing technique, it could be strokes or tactics, it could be mental.
There's a lot of room in there for that.
There's a lot of room, and there's a lot of opportunity to say all the wrong stuff to yourself.
And I'll add this, that between Brent and I, we have walked the four corners of the mental universe.
Yes.
So
we've
lived it.
Yeah.
We've gone, done the spiral, the swirly down the pooper. We have been there.
And by the way, in the southern hemisphere, it goes the opposite direction. So we've been
right.
in both,
and we've been there.
directions.
And we've been there too.
That's right. That's right. Or you know what? It could be fitness, something related to something physical. But whatever it is, bring that one thing and let Jeff and I help you kind of set you on the path to start getting the result you want, whether it's singles or doubles. Guys, if you're not on our email list, what is going on? Go over to goldballhunting.com right now. Drop in a first name, email address, and click the button. You get access to our online calendar scheduler where you can cherry pick a date and time that works best for you for our call. We've also got a free but a private video that we want to get to you to help you reduce your skill level range. If you've never heard that term, I'm not going to get into it right now because I see Jeff is over there chomping at the bit. Yeah, come. Whoa, horsey.
Whoa, Nelly.
Whoa, Nelly. But how to reduce your skill level range is a big deal. No one talks about it. And if you really, truly want to build confidence into your game, that's where you start. Go over to goldballhunting.com and you will get access to that video. Jeffrey, what's on your mind today?
Well, there seems to be there's a new sheriff in town.
Oh,
and
sheriff.
his name is called the Half Loop.
The Half Loop. What's his first name? Half, and last name is Loop.
Half, last name Loop.
Okay.
So that seems to be the new explanation for the forehand is the half loop, and it just I read it.
Wait. So are you saying? I mean, it sounds to me this is like not as big. It's not like the full loop, which might be like the rough.
No, because this would only be half.
Okay. So somewhere along the line, the teaching pro industry is going, trying to teach that Rafa, trying to help you play, trying to teach you how to play the Rafa forehand, hasn't been working out so well.
Right.
Either I've broken the wrist, the elbow, the shoulder, or maybe the guy's lower back, and I'm a little concerned about the liability insurance policy, which my agent keeps calling me up and go, dude, you got to get these people to stop calling me, man. It kind of, you're hurting them.
Yeah. So it came up, YouTube. I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks ago. Maybe it's been out there a little bit longer, but this was just like it was in the title, like the half loop, how to learn it, how to, and I, of course, I got to see what's going on, and I just thought, man, what the heck is going on here? Like really, you're gonna now we're gonna move, from the Fed forehand. Yeah, he doesn't loop, and you know what? Neither does Rafa. If you really look at it, he half loops and then it locks in and then he's coming forward through the ball. So anyway, I just think it's interesting, how all of a sudden we're going to come up with kind of the new term, the new this, and now we have this new thing to teach. Anyway, so what do you think, Brenny? What.
Well, I think that my brain's starting to hurt even just when you started to say half loop and you said Federer. I'm
going
kind
to
of
put on my safety glasses before you go into the rants.
Your safety goggles. Well, look, I mean, first of all, trying to teach anyone to hit the ball just like one of the all-time greats in the modern era, Rafa or Fed or Novak or Andy Murray or any of those guys, is I guess just kind of a built-in annuity program for the teaching program. I mean, for the teaching pro, right? Yeah, okay. You want to learn that Rafa forehand? Yeah. What are you doing for the rest of your life? Because I think every Tuesday at 11, I've got time, right? But I got to make sure I don't hurt you so bad that you can't come back every Tuesday, right? So here's what we're doing. I'll see you Tuesday from 11 to 12, and then 12 to 1, you'll see the chiropractor. How's that sound? Okay. Anyway, so that would be the first thing, is stop using these guys as your models to copy, and stop thinking the stroke technique is the answer to or the keys to the kingdom.
Right.
There's so many other things that you have to be able to do first before you sort of look at stroke technique and try to make it better. And Jeff, you and I were always talking about, hey, the keys to the kingdom of stroke technique is do less than what you're doing now. Stop trying to add another layer to the non-foundation that you've got. And so, it's funny you were talking about Federer. I got an email from a student of mine, and he just showed me this little clip of Fed. It was like a shot from up above, slightly behind him, and it showed Fed hitting a forehand, and it just kept repeating. It was like a little 3-second clip over and over. And he says, well, what do you think? I've been kind of thinking about this thing, and I shall remain nameless. I got back to him. I said, dude, look, you're talking about probably the greatest player of all time, in my opinion. Yeah, who knows? I said, this thing might look simple because Fed makes the game look like it's ooey gooey. What am I? I mean, I could have been a tennis player. I could have been a ballerina, a ballet guy, a ballerina too, maybe. Who knows? I could have been I could have played any sport. I could have been like the all-time greatest shortstop of all time.
Right.
I probably could have hit 370. I mean,
With one hand.
That's right. One-handed. He'd get up there, left-handed hitter, and just take a one-handed backhand and let it go. But so you're talking about the greatest guy who's made the game look incredibly easy. But when you break down that forehand of his, you look at the incredible timing required to do what he does, where there's this turn and then all of a sudden there's this straightening of the arm. I mean, locked. It's not like a little slightly bent and then he straightens it out and it's locked, and then the racket goes this wiggle waggle behind him with the wrist, and then the body and the hip and the shoulder come through, and then this wrist snap like, I don't care. I've already won 20 Grand Slams. I don't care. I'm going to slap it. Big deal.
Right, let me snap off another one.
Yeah. And it's like, to me, it's like super complicated. And I told the guy, I said, look, to do all the timing he does, I said, you would literally, I said, you'd literally spend the rest of your life trying to figure this
Right.
thing out. And I asked him, I said, do you think spending all that time on trying to get better at this forehand would actually make you a better player? And, you know, he kind of came back, tail between the legs, kind of going, I guess not. I said, you're right. Now let's stop that stuff right now, and let's get back to reality, which is, where do you want the ball to bounce over there, and where do you want to move to next? And if you can, and that was the question I asked him. I said, dude, here's a two-part question. This is all you need to know about how to get better as a player. Where do you want it to bounce over there, and where do you want to move to next in the court? And once you start answering that question, and you put those two answers together where they make sense, then you know what? You start to become a player, and you start to realize, hey, wait, you know, after time, hey, I've got the right shot patterns going. I got the right shot placement.
Right.
I've got the right court positioning. And yeah, I could maybe actually do a little bit more with that offensive rally ball, that offensive forehand rally ball. But it would be not really so much about completely gutting what I've got and going to the half loop. Right?
Right.
So,
I think that's, you know, you bring up, I mean, where's what works, you know? I mean, I think, and do you have a stroke that's repeatable and sustainable?
Well, you might.
You might. Right. And with those two items, right, and that's kind of living on the technical side, even though we're not going to go into the mechanics of it. Is it repeatable? Is it sustainable? And does it allow me to hit the ball to the target I choose? And then can I move to the next correct place, right? So we got these little 4 items here in basic terms. And I think, yeah, this idea that, here's a new thing, the half loop. You know, that maybe I should learn that, right?
Look, what's my tagline at webtennis.com, which is, let's see what actually works.
Yeah.
And I get it. If you're the kind of tennis player that all you want to do, you don't really care about competing, you're not into tournaments or leagues or even playing practice sets. All you want to do is go out there and just feel the ball around and experiment and tinker. And I wonder what Fed feels like with the half loop. All right, fine, go for it. You're probably not a good candidate to stay with gold ball hunting, because that's not what you and I are here to do, Jeff. We are actually here to help players. We are actually here to help players win more matches. Simple as that.
Right.
And so. Yeah, that's my 2 cents. And I think the other thing too is that there's a lot of teaching pro Facebook groups going on.
Right.
And they look, and some of them, you know, love to kind of pick apart. They're just curious about, well, what does so and so do in the tour, and there are groups that are based more on, hey, you know, what do you think about this and that?
Oh yeah.
But I shudder when they go, well, I'm going to take this back to my students.
Right.
And I go.
Right. I think, you know, those conversations are fun. I mean, we've had them sitting on the couch, you know, pounding a few beers, and those are great conversations. They're fun because there's a beauty to it, understanding technically what's going on, understanding the mechanics of the human body athletically, watching it coil, uncoil, and do its thing is really remarkable when you see it at the highest level. Watching the, you know, Fed hit a tennis ball, to me, is actually relaxing. Yeah. So sometimes I'll watch 5 minutes of highlights from one of his matches before I go to bed, because I find watching him move athletically is just this smooth, graceful, beautiful thing, and I find it calming. You know, it's like weird, right? But it's like he's the Baryshnikov of tennis, right? So, but you know, having the technical conversations can be fun and all that, but really, you know, from the 303, 540, and even on up into 4-5 and beyond, you know, things can get a little overly technically bogged down in new jargon and it's like, holy smokes, really? I'm waiting now for the next one. I'm assuming is going to be the quarter loop or the third loop.
I was going to say the quarter loop, but I was hoping they'd go to the 8th loop because that might actually start getting it back to reality.
Right. Anyway, so there you go. Okay,
right.
that was good, Brenny.
Good, well, guys, all right. Hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Gold Ball Hunting Podcast. A little dose of reality. Guys, listen. If you want to get in a quick little 10-minute private coaching call with me and Jeff, we would invite you to do that. But you know what? You got to bring that one thing in your game, man. Just the one little thing that could be the big domino. The one little thing that could be the big domino that's going to kind of start getting that result you want, whether it's singles or doubles. Go over to goldballhunting.com, drop in a first name, email address, click the button, you'll get access to our online calendar scheduler. If you're already on our email list, dude, somewhere in the email, find it, look for it, right? I can't tell you exactly where it is. I can't do everything. I can't actually click the button for you. Right? I can't pick out.
Can't do it.
Just make me stop. All right. Anyway, well, you asked me. You teed me up with a rant possibility, and now I can't stop. So, all right, Jeff. What do we want the fine folks to do right now?
Like us, share us.
Right.
Please subscribe. And I know there's one more thing. Let us know what you think down below.
Hey, and when Jeff says, "Let us know what you think" down below the comment section. We really want to start doing more episodes of this podcast where we're directly addressing your question. We don't have to name you. That's fine. We'll keep you anonymous if you want. But we would like to hear exactly what's going on with your game. What are the specific areas that you want to get some more thinking about, some more thoughts, some more help? So for sure, leave a comment. Guys, get out there today. Help someone else have a spectacular day. Jeff, I know we're going to do this again tomorrow.
Can't wait.
Cool.